What is up, everybody? My name is Roger, if you don't know me already. Today we are working on the 240Z that you guys are standing on right now. We're going to do a big brake kit on the front, and then the next video is going to be doing the rears. So let's focus on the front for now. Just bought the Wilwood big brake kit over here. I have it on the other side, so I'll let you guys see how it is. Then I'll give you guys a tutorial on how to do it on this side. So let me go grab the brakes just so I can kind of put it on the camera and show you what needs to be done. So here it is. Let's focus in on it. This is, I believe, the 300mm. This is a kit from Techno Tuning. I bought these used because I got a steal of a deal on them. They were mounted, and that's all that was done to them. Literally brand new brake pads, new hardware, everything's brand new. Like, this is a little scuffed up from it being in storage. The guy just went with smaller wheels. I'm fine, I have 16, so I'm going with this one. But these are from Techno Tuning. Honestly, hands down, one of the best Z guys out there. They have amazing customer service. They ship so fast, like, it's crazy, dude. They live up in Sacramento. That's about 2.5 hours from me, 2 hours. I'll order something sometimes, and I'll get it, like, the next day. Like, the next morning, I'll get it at 10 a.m. I'm like, what the f... Like, blows my mind. But, so, I'm going to take you guys to the other side so you guys can kind of see what it looks like, and we'll get into the tutorial for this. Boom. So here's the kit installed. It matches my coilover so nicely. But yeah, I believe this is like an older version because I was looking at their website. They have this being yellow. I don't know if they just changed the color or what, but they look the same. I don't know if they do black powder coating anymore for Wilwood, but I got the black version. I think they usually go with a gray version, a silver version. But yeah, that's what they look like. I mean, I think it's a game changer. The thing looks killer. I mean, it's simple bolt on, bolt off kind of thing. So first things first, we're gonna take off our wheel. So now that we have the wheel off, we're gonna take off this caliper on this side, and we're gonna pop the rotor off. To pop the rotor off, you're gonna have to take this locking pin, I think it's called. Take off this big nut, pull everything apart. There's 4 bolts in the back that hold the rotor to the hub assembly, and then we just do the same thing in reverse. This is the Toyota upgrade. I don't know if you guys have seen that video. If you haven't seen that video, this costs 300 bucks. Maybe under 300 bucks actually. I do a very informational video of how to do this. It's just literally a spacer, this, and a rotor, and it's literally under 300 bucks. Super clean, stainless steel brake line. So if Wilwood is too expensive for you, I highly recommend going with this setup. So this setup is more than enough for your typical L series or any swap, probably under 300 horsepower. The reason why I'm upgrading to Wilwood is just because I want to ditch those disc brakes. I'm so over them. But like I was saying, this stops really well. I like them. They're modern. They have 2 pistons rather than that one, and you get the vented brakes so they don't get hot like the stock ones do with the non-vented. It's just a flat rotor. Alright, just like that, 2 bolts or 2 17s. Wiggle this right off. There we go. So you can either put this with zip ties, or if you have an extra jack stand, put it there. I throw it in between the control arm and the tension arm. Now that this is free, we're gonna take off this locking pin, take off the nut, pull the whole assembly out. Okay, now that all this is taken apart, you're gonna want to slide this off. Be careful with this bearing here. This thing is heavy, by the way. Now that we have this all taken apart, if you want to clean all this up, change your wheel bearings, might as well do it because you have it all apart. I'm going to end up changing the wheel bearings in the future. Mine are still good, so I'm not too concerned about cleaning all this up and all that, because I'm going to take this apart anyways to put another suspension piece. I think it's called the RCAs for T3. It's just, if you can see, my suspension's kind of flexing downwards because I have the coilovers pretty low. So I wanted to put that spacer here to help kind of, what's the word, take off the pressure, take off the stress from the whole suspension from being lowered now. It's kind of like trucks. Trucks have that stuff where they put a spacer here. My truck over there has it. Like I said, super simple. Here are the 17s that you have to pop out. Take out the nut, the whole thing comes apart. And now we're basically just doing what we did in reverse. Like, this is how simple this kit is. Like, it's so easy. But yeah, let me get everything set up. Or actually, let's get into this actually. These are the 4 bolts that you want to take out. These are aftermarket ones that I had for these. Okay, now we're down to the bare hub assembly. Everything's taken off. I put that to the side here. This is a good time to clean all your stuff up, paint it, do what you gotta do. I'm not too concerned about that. I'm gonna end up doing a suspension breakdown, I feel like. These coilovers are fine, but if I can find a good deal on like some brand new coilovers, I will 100% take that. Like, anyways, I could transfer these coilovers to another build. And by the way, I'm gonna link the instructions that they have on their website. These are just written ones. I know I'm more of like a visual kind of guy. I like to see somebody do a video on it so I could kind of get helpful hints and kind of see what I'm gonna do before I do it. Something like this wouldn't really help me. It would like give me some advice, but like it's nothing like watching a video. But we're gonna do, so you'll do the caliper part. This is already done. It's pretty simple. You just put the bracket, everything on. This is already done for me as well. You want to make sure you go in this pattern, just kind of keep everything nice and flat. Right now I'm just going to double check the torque specs on this, make sure everything's good. When you get your rotor, you want to make sure that you hit it with some brake cleaner. I still got to clean this off. Once I mount it, I'll clean it off better. Mine had a lot of grease on it. Yours coming brand new, if you buy a brand new used, you always want to hit it because there's going to be this small film that they put so it doesn't look rusty. As you can see, like the old one I had on has no film on it, so it kind of rusted over time when you hit it with water and let it sit for a little bit. But that's a film that they put on the shelf, so you're going to want to clean that off with brake cleaner. This is how your finished product's going to look. I'm going to make sure everything's torqued down. See here. Alright, just like that. The provided bolts are in. Super easy. You want to use one of these Allen heads. I know Techno Toy Tuning loves to use these Allen head kind of bolts. It is a size 8. If you don't have one of these, I think I said this in a video before, highly recommend this. If you got the money to do this and get one, do it, please. This is probably one of my most used tools. Like, I use this a lot. I forked out the money for it and it's worth it, 100%. Makes everything easy. You break everything with the ratchet first, breaker bar, whatever you need to do, and then you hit it with this, done. I'll hand tighten it, hit it with that, boom, done. Torque it down, easy. It just saves you just all day long. But yeah, now that that's in, make sure you use thread locker. This stuff likes to vibrate off. Don't ask me how I know stuff likes to vibrate off and break, because if you follow my TikTok or you follow my Instagram, here's a plug. I'm gonna plug myself right here. Boom, Instagram and TikTok. Basically, the issue that I had with my axles was I tightened them, but I didn't put any thread locker, and I forgot the lock nuts on one side. So after an hour drive of just pure vibrations on those bolts, one of them backed out, snapped off, and then took all the other ones with it. I'll throw a picture up. I'll throw a little TikTok video. Let me plug myself. I'll put a whole video right here actually. Now that you got a laugh off of that and what I went through, now I know to get some thread locker. I have a big jug, but like at bare minimum, use blue thread locker on stuff that you don't want to come apart. Something like key stuff, like axle stuff, brake stuff, just everything suspension. I use it. Blue is good because it'll tighten it, make sure it's secure, and it'll make it easy for it to come off. Obviously, it's not going to be as easy as not having thread locker on it. But besides that, here is a caliper as well. We have the 2 bolts coming in here, lock nuts on them, they're secure. This side has all the air valves, purging valves you can call them. Piece up here. This side was good, it's just the other one that I'm missing. top one. I'll probably reach out to Techno and see what they say. But yeah, so first things first, I started with mounting the rotor. So like I said before, it's gonna be the same exact thing as how you took it off. Now that that's on, you're gonna want to put your axle nut on. For now, I'm just doing it hand tight. Okay, next up we're gonna put the caliper. I found out the hard way on the other side that you want to make sure you get the right side on. But I kind of figured it out. It was easy just to realize that it didn't fit. Pretty much, this is the direction. This is the direction you want to be. You're a little higher. You're not down here like usual. You're more higher up to the top right. If you can see, this makes it easier for you. The leg that goes down lower needs to be on the low part. I had it flipped to where the leg. See? You see what I'm saying now? You'll figure it out if you don't. If you don't get it at first, you'll figure it out. I mean, you'll put it on and be like, this doesn't fit. That's what I did. Everything's trial and error. And just like that, the caliper is on. Like I said, 2 bolts went right back into where they were. Now we're on the last quarter. Easy peasy, right? Now we're getting into putting the brake pads in. Wilwood is amazing. Brembo is amazing because you literally take this off. This is a nut and a long bolt, right? Let's see here. Get it to focus maybe. Yeah, so you take this off the top and then you literally just pull them out. And same thing for putting them in. Just put them in, put this bolt, done. Like, dude, that's like mind-blowing how easy that is. Here are the brake pads. I obviously went with whatever the dude got, and these are just regular Wilwood ones. You're gonna put grease on the back. You'll thank yourself in the future after you just slide them right out, and then lock everything back in. Easy, right? And voila, we are done. All we need left is the brake line. I'm gonna end up doing that off camera just because I need to take apart all that. I need to drain out the brake fluid. It's a whole mess. It's all a mess. But they give you provided brake lines that just go right where the original one used to go. You're gonna take this clip out. There's like a mounting clip. Take it out. Whole brake line slides out. Unscrew it. Re-screw it. Boom. Drop it back into the back of the caliper here. Done. Then you bleed it. But yeah, guys. I mean, here is the setup. It's pretty baller, ain't it? Thing looks beautiful. So let's just finish off with the last look of how it looks like with the wheel on. Kind of see the red in the background right there. Got the Wilwood right there. So now to close the video out, thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked the video, hit thumbs up. Leave a comment down below if you have any questions, concerns. I will end up doing a video on how I like these brakes compared to the ones that I had before, and then compared to the stock. Obviously the stock is gonna be a whole different world, but compared to the ones I had before, I'll let you know if it's worth spending all that money up front or if you can just get away with those front new brakes that I had before. But yeah, like I said, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. Till next time, peace out.